damage does this blood does this flintlock do, possibly?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Question mark, got
As
it.
you step up the stairs towards the Belltower, you feel the air get colder almost, and you smell something different. It's not the same. It's not the same scent of silt. It's pungent with magic. This is one of the special areas in the game that I'm going to call an extremely dangerous area. I want you to think of it like a dungeon. While the wheels of fate may more easily be swayed elsewhere, death in these extremely dangerous areas is 100% a possibility. The world will not making any exceptions for you. If one or more of your party members take a fatal blow here, it's 100% real.
Oh boy.
I hope you're prepared.
We probably aren't.
Probably not.
As you enter the tower, you feel an oppressive force pull at the air around you. It seems to drag at the very essence of your life. You are all encumbered with an aura of dread.
I don't like this. I really don't like this.
Hey y'all getting the same bad feeling from this building as I am?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
Where's the dog?
The-
Is he?
Dog
I
is
touched down.
nowhere to be seen as you enter into this entry chamber of sorts.
I don't like this. I
It seems
Red
no dog should be
vines.
wandering around here alone.
Blood red vines sort of pulse and throb in the sides of the building, and an inky black substance just smatters the floors and walls around you.
I don't like her.
Hazel's like, this is. I'm with Tenrier on this one. This place feels really bad.
I don't think we're ready for this.
Part of me thinks that we should go back. But
But
the other part of
dog-
me really wants to capture something in here.
Shouldn't we try to find that dog?
That too.
Yeah.
Hey, Hazel, can you whistle for him?
She looks and she like puts her lips together. How do you whistle?
No, you gotta do it like this. I start to try and whistle, and then I say, "Oh wait, I just remembered I don't breathe, so therefore I can't."
Hang on, everybody. Hang on, everybody. I know all about it. You just put your fingers together, place them in your mouth, and go.
What the fuck is that?
Everyone looks at Dad confused.
Hazel puts two fingers in her mouth and is like, it's not working.
For goodness. Tenry just kind of like curls his lip a little and whistles through the tooth. If you want me to do it, I can do it. It just might be loud.
Frank, is like, whistling is far too, much of a plebeian task for me to partake in it.
Oh,
I use my
He adjusts his
I use-
collar.
I use my puppets to take off the jacket.
Oh,
I
come
flip off the
on.
hat.
No, guys,
Fine.
that's my cool stuff. Come on. I'm not. Look, I just want. Let me have this moment, okay?
It seems to be going to your brain, though, Frank.
He picks the stuff up and puts it back on. It's like it's not.
I say-
I'm just. It's fine. It's fine.
I say, fine, okay.
Just don't take it too far, okay?
Yeah. Speaking of that, he looks around. This place is weird.
Yeah, seriously.
He takes a look at like the floor. Is that the? I'm just not gonna touch it.
Don't touch it. I think
It looks like the deadly kind, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yep.
Tenry just kind of like looks around and lets out another whistle and hollers out, "Wacko! Come here!"
You hear the sound echo throughout the building. Come here! Come here! Come here.
Here, boy.
Here, boy! Here, boy! Here, boy!
All right, guys, you should stop before the entire tower knows that we're here.
I don't like this.
They don't already.
There is a massive symbol
I-
underneath your feet as well. Well, if
What
Abraxys would
exactly
step aside.
is everyone looking for?
I guess dog. Why did we
Right
come?
now,
It's a little ghost.
Hazel's,
Destructive energy, kind of doggo.
She's like, I think that Wacko needs to find something here. I don't know what though.
Oh boy.
I don't
So,
want to be here right
all right.
now.
So we find the dog, and then if the dog finds what it needs, then we get out.
To your
I do
left
too.
and to your right, 2 cobblestone staircases sit, as well as what looks like a cobblestone bridge heading off this way.
If I've learned anything about living inside a wizard area for my 5 years of existence, the top is where all the cool stuff is.
Yeah. We're looking for Wacko as a
If by
Abraxys.
cool you mean super deadly, likely to kill us all.
I mean it as both.
Yeah, that's fair. Abraxys is like getting down on a knee looking for any sort of like prints or like disturbance that the dog might have made to see which way he
Any
went.
decayed ground.
Yeah, essentially.
Unfortunately, the tower is not life material. You can't see any decay other than the abstract pits that seem to be forming already that were here before you got here.
Hazel,
Hazel!
do you have any idea? Like, do you see any dog residue? or
She kind of
something?
like touches down on the floor, her feet setting down on the floor for a moment, and she says, I don't I don't know where he went. It's still, it's even more, it's more chicken noodles in here.
I thought this was the spoon.
Yeah, but imagine the spoon is full of noodles.
So a straw?
A chicken
No.
noodle soup straw. Yeah.
Or you could just continue the analogy by saying the spoon is scooping up noodles right now.
Or it's stirring a
And
bowl of
we're
noodles.
the noodles.
Oh no.
Oh.
I don't like this. Seriously.
Hey,
Yeah.
so what do you mean? What do you mean we're the noodles?
I mean, we have life energy. This thing's messing with life energy.
So you're like the chunks of chicken, right? And then there's noodles floating around.
Okay.
I put my hand on my face and I'm like, I have no idea how this analogy got this far.
Rat, can I attempt to examine and try to discern any meaning out of the symbols on the ground here?
Yeah, actually, you and Dr. Chovi make me an intelligence check. Actually,
intelligence?
Joel
Okay.
too. Why not?
For what?
Joel.
Intelligence check. Yes, Joel.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Joel, you actually know what this is. This
What
is the
is it?
symbol of the Planehoppers.
I saw this in one of Wizrow's old books. Some sort of emblem or symbol. Planehoppers. Wherever they may be.
That's what Wizrow's a part of, remember?
Oh, is he?
Yeah. I don't like this.
Huh.
I don't like this
Some
at
sort
all.
of a country club?
Well, I'll explain later.
Whatever.
God, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
I have a suggestion, everyone. Let's just find that dog, and I point out Abraxys, and have that big guy level this whole place as we leave.
I don't think that he can.
I don't think he
If he
can.
can accomplish it, I'd say do it.
But I don't think that's possible.
I
Tanner
think he
kinda-
can do it.
I love how optimistic you are.
Do
But
you not?
I don't think he can. Look at these walls. They're made of something very sturdy.
Also-
She
Oh, they're made of bedrock. You can't
It
break
might
that.
be made of
We're playing modded,
mithril.
fool.
she reaches down to like look at the floor and touches it, and then she kind of recoils for a moment. It's like, oh. And she touches down on the floor fully, and you see her hair just kind of fall around her for a moment, and she walks around, and you hear tap, tap, tap.
wait, are you walking?
This is a weird floor, she says.
Wait. Okay, so 2 theories. One, this place is ghost friendly, or the floor and all the walls and
It's
everything
magic.
are, yeah, that.
Hang on, I have an idea. He walks over to Seldra and like goes behind her and flips open her bag. Sorry, give me a moment. There he is.
What are you doing?
Pulls out
Ah!
the soul.
What say you?
Oh,
What
look,
say you about this? He angles the face to look at the floor.
Planar hopper symbol. Yes. What of it? What?
Can this be used to warp in and out?
That? It's a fucking
Yeah.
drawing. What do you think? No.
I
I mean,
don't know how this works.
I mean, magic circles are also just drawings.
That's a
That
good point.
too.
But normally you
Uh,
use like playground chalk, something sincerely serious, not like gold.
Tenrier, while I appreciate the initiative, I'd request that you ask me first before searching through my bag.
Sorry. Second. Also, where the hell is this? You seem to possibly know information, skull thing guy.
I don't think that works that way. I can't like. He thinks
Hmm.
for a moment. Nope. Yep. Nope. They stopped me from telling you that.
Who did?
Who did?
My purpose is to find planar warps. I can't tell you anything more.
Is there a planar warp in this place?
He thinks for a moment, and you almost like you imagine his eyeballs would be going rolling around in his head if he had any. After a moment
Smile
of
is
sitting
dead.
still, the skull's jaw chatters. Not that I can see. Your other
Okay.
one's back that way. He points behind him.
How does he
Hmm.
point?
By like he. Yeah, that's a good point.
I feel like he jerks my arm towards that
Yeah.
direction.
He doesn't point. He just pulls your hand.
Okay, yeah, back over that way.
Dr. Anchovy, you also feel like a rattling in your pocket at the moment.
Ah, that must be Reginald.
Regid. No,
Reginald?
but no. I could barely handle one of them.
Rufus looks, well, he doesn't look, but he's like, oh, wait, hold on. Dr. Chovi, is that you?
Yeah,
Ah, what are you doing here?
that's a good question. I don't quite know myself, but
Always an enigma.
yeah, I'll figure it out eventually.
I got to go to the Silt Flats. It's been
You're
fun.
still there.
Oh, am I? I've been inside a bag.
That's fair.
Yeah, that is. God dang it. Too bad you can't sense where the dog went.
What's a
I
dog
would
doing
like
here?
to take my skull out.
Okay, you take out an identical looking skull.
Oh, no.
This one has like a purple glow to it, whereas Rufus has a blue glow to him. And it also chatters. Dr. Chovy, greetings. Rufus,
Yes.
also greetings.
Are we collecting skulls now?
I guess so.
I'm not
I
a
don't-
collector's item. Please don't do that.
How many of them are there? How many of you are there?
7. I'm
Rufus
just gonna guess
grows cold
7.
for a second. Numbers. Depends on how many are still alive. Yeah.
I'm gonna guess 7. He holds the skull back out to Seldra.
Yeah, then there would be one for every color of the rainbow, so that makes sense.
Thank you,
Uh-huh.
Tenrier. Oh, Rufus, we'll talk to you again later.
Okay.
Uh,
Just pull me out when you need me.
I placed Rufus gently in my bag.
Not gonna lie, I expected Dr. Chovy to pull out like a skeletal arm, and then eventually, when we get them all, we could put them together.
It's hilarious. I love it. Now you see, we're planar warp locating skulls. Reginald says. We do that. That's what we do.
It's too bad you couldn't find a dog.
All right. Well, I think that we should start the idea. I'm just gonna come out with this. All right. So, do we go that away? Do we go that away? Or do we go that away?
Give me a minute.
The two below us are staircases, right?
Yes, there are staircases leading up, and this one's like a bridge.
I say, okay, and it's entirely possible that the staircases will lead to the same room.
Frank licks his finger and holds it up into the air. No wind.
To the best of my guess, about dogs, I think they don't like stairs very much, so maybe we should try the bridge first?
Dogs can go upstairs. Dogs typically hate going downstairs.
Well,
How
I think
big-
that's at
My
least a
dog
good
She
reason.
doesn't like going upstairs.
Are the stairs big enough for him to go over?
Hazel actually having a good time walking for once walks over to the pathway and looks down it. It just seems to go for a while. We could go this way.
Hang
I
on.
I come over and look down.
Call out. Everyone else, be quiet for a moment. Hazel, call out to your dog, and everyone just listen for any sort of response from him.
Wacko! Go! Go! You hear nothing.
Mm. This does not bode well. I do not want to split. Wait, Solon,
What? Hello.
someone you're familiar.
Good idea.
What?
I come over here and say, okay, this is gonna take a bit, but I look at Frank and I'm like, we probably shouldn't get confused. So, all right, I'm gonna summon Tuxedo Mask.
Poof!
All right, forward.
You and your million tokens.
Yeah.
Don't worry, eventually I'll get to that point.
You're making the familiar walk down the path.
Yep.
Okay,
And
here,
I
let
can
me
see.
let me.
Oh wait. Also, does anyone have a light?
He taps the hat on the familiar's head, and it glows.
Fair enough.
Okay,
I'm
you keep walking
I'm
down?
assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming that's like ink stuff that I'm gonna avoid.
Yeah, so
Sludge.
this is like cracks and holes, and beneath you, stop. Beneath you, there's like an empty abyss almost. You're walking out over like a large abyss. Tuxedo Mask, roll me a dex save.
All right. That is just a straight d20.
Tuxedo Mask, the floor underneath you starts to crumble, and you're unable to react in time as this entire section of the floor beneath you gives way, and you fall into the inky darkness below.
Grab onto something, Tuxedo Mask,
Can
hurry!
I try and grab onto the floor?
You can try. Oh my god, that's enough! Tuxedo Mask grabs onto the side and is holding on for dear life. Do we have to?
Can I climb up?
Yeah, you can.
I say, oh, don't worry, it's a familiar. I'll resummon him if he falls. He won't die.
Hazel, stay here with us, please.
What?
Yeah.
But it.
we're-
Okay, what if he's going first? Then we know if it's safe or not.
Exactly.
But if
He
we
just-
get to the other end and then there's hey, best case scenario, we can just have him explore everything and not put us in any danger whatsoever.
And
That's
if we need
exactly.
to
Good point.
and if we need to float to the other side at any point, I can carry us.
All right.
Okay, you
Tuxedo
enter
Mask
into
for
like a
removal.
floating platform of sorts. You
Huh.
see another large pool of the inky black substance, and there's a sort of dais here with an inscription on it.
All right. I'm going to I describe the room to the rest of the people, and what does the inscription say?
You can't read it.
Yeah, just
I'm gonna say you
comment.
can't read it.
all right.
Draw some of the
Question:
runes
Does
out
it
first.
look like the Crowman language?
It does, in fact, look very jagged and strange. Beneath it, also, you notice there's like a device, which the only thing similar to this you've ever seen, you saw it like basically Joel's shop in the back. It was like stashed in the back, and he called it a Ouija board. You're not entirely sure what it does.
All right. Well, I'm going to take this strange contraption called a Luigi board.
It's hard installed into the plaque.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Solomon,
Yeah.
you say you can't read it. Could you copy it if I give you
Yeah, I was
supplies?
gonna see if I could probably do that. But here's the thing, it looks like Crowman's language. Does anyone here know how to read Crowman's language?
Depends which version of his language.
There's different versions.
He's
He
just
understood
like,
Germanic.
maybe
I
it's
dig in my
that one.
bag.
Ooh,
my-
wait! We have Crowman. We can copy it down and then just take
Hold
it.
on a second. I take out my calligraphy tools, my pen, my quill, and my ink. And I hand it to Solomon. Could you write down? what
Okay,
you
so
saw?
you write down the inscription for what you think is pretty decent.
He's probably gonna complain about my handwriting, but hopefully it's at least
Before
legible.
Tenrier like shunts his vision over, he's gonna pull out some paper and all that stuff, set his chest down, and like sit in front of it with a little desk that seems to pop out. Yeah.
because he did all the schooling for Tenrier.
Yeah, like the hood of the chest lifts up, and like a little desk type top slides out to where it's like on top, covering to where it's essentially giving it the sight of a false bottom type deal, but it's just supposed to be like a desktop inside
Okay.
the chest. And he's got the paper on there along with his like writing utensils and all that stuff, and he
I'm
puts
looking
his
down. I'm looking at this, and I didn't really know that. I didn't really know much about the schools thing, so I'm just kind of looking at this like, huh.
How do you think
Abraxas.
I did all of my sort of studying whenever I didn't come to class? I needed a desk. As he puts his sight and everything into a
Tenrier, your
Abraxas.
penmanship skills are shining through, and you copy it down to what you feel is a perfect replication of the inscription.
Fine.
Hazel is set down like on the edge and is like kicking her feet back and forth in the open space.
Right.
Soup,
Compare
soup,
this
soup, 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 soup.
to... Compare this to yours, Solomon, and Abraxas will like pick up Tuxedo Mask and fly him back over.
See if
I
there's
make
any
Tuxedo
color.
Mask foosh his thing, and I'm
Foop,
like,
foop, 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 foop.
I'll go, doing a Tuxedo Mask impression. I just chuckle to myself. This is fun.
Wait, hang on. Tenrier like walks over and pulls a rose out of the whole Tuxedo Mask's outfit from our good friend.
Frank just actually hands you the rose that's in his hand. Yeah. Go ahead.
There we go. Hey, Tuxedo Mask familiar. There we go. Now he looks proper.
Tuxedo Mask strides confidently up the staircase. What you see in front of you is a long room actually. As you get up here, a long room with a big dais on the floor of sorts. It seems to be a golden like symbol with rays outstretched. There's more of those weird vines in the wall just throbbing and pulsing, and there's a few bookshelves right here.
Do any
Right.
books catch my eye?
Uh, yeah, give me a perception.
All right.
What do you see, Solomon?
Okay, Solomon,
see
you
books.
found a book that seems to be less dusty than the others, like it's been read recently.
Ooh. I pick it up and flip through it.
Okay, so far it seems to be mainly in that weird language you don't understand, but eventually you get to a page that seems to be written in common.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
It seems to describe the tower you're currently in.
Oh,
It
this
reads
is
as follows: The Doomsday Bell. A massive bell that can strengthen the power of undead. Its influence stretches for miles. Its effects have yet to be fully studied, but the application of a pure magical force has been shown to increase its power. This yields uncertain results, however. Undead have been shown to grow larger, more deadly, or even mutate into different ungodly forms. Minor apparitions now refuse to dissipate in the sun as they normally would. Armand LeBlanc is currently working to discover the secrets that lie dormant in this bell for the sake of all of Astrea and wizard kind.
Huh.
Hmm.
What do you
Well,
find in there, Solomon?
I think I know what happened to Doggo.
What?
He became giant and then kind of weird form-esque, like this book describes. I say what the book describes, kinda.
That
Well,
would
that mean that
explain.
it's not safe to have Hazel here.
No, I think
She
he
looks up what?
points. He points at the tower and like does a whirling hand motion. I think
Soup?
this is why she can move around freely. She doesn't obey the rules of, well, an
Normal
undead.
ghosts.
She's not tied to her corpse. She's able to be out and about during the daytime.
Is that like Wacko?
She's
Yeah.
kind of like Wacko.
Hmm. She sits on the floor for a moment.
Anything else up there, Solomon?
All right. What's this giant thingama? What's it?
The purple thing? Or the yellow thing?
Yes. Let's start with the yellow thing.
Okay, the yellow thing is just another like design on the floor. You notice there's another bookshelf on the other side as you step further. And this big
Okay.
purple thing is a massive mirror on the wall. It reflects you perfectly. You look dashing.
I flap my tuxedo.
And it flutters perfectly.
I say, all right. So I Okay, I was gonna say that I do a thing, but I'm not sure if Solomon would understand how that works.
What is it?
I know how to tell the difference between a normal mirror and a two-way mirror,
Hmm.
like the one that you can see through at the other side. Because
Yeah.
if you place your finger on it and then the fingers look like they're touching, then it's a two-way mirror. But if it looks like they're a bit apart, it's a normal mirror.
Okay, go ahead. Try and do that.
All right, I do that.
Yeah, give me a perception, I guess. I don't know. Fucking
Yeah.
no, whatever. I'll just tell you. It's a one-way. It's a normal mirror.
All right, cool.
Did you just crit fail?
Yes.
Good thing I redacted that before you rolled.
Yeah, because I was
Jeez.
thinking, like, I mean, it could be a perception thing, but also it's if I know exactly what I'm looking for, it's kind of difficult to fail.
Frank's like, well, he's not dying, so I'm gonna just. I want to go up there.
No.
It's getting boring. He looks around.
It's better to be safe than sorry.
That's a
I
good
say,
point. Fine.
Best to
I
be safe
look-
than dead.
I look through the bookshelves.
You found
Anything else?
another interesting book. You want to pull it
Ooh.
out?
Yes.
You begin reading, mostly glancing over vaguely interesting information about. It seems to be more about the Magisters. Most of it's in just fractured languages and different handwriting, almost as if it was a journal written by a bunch of different people. But then again, you come to one section in common, and it reads as follows: The Black Magus, strongest of all wizards, created Astrea from the sands of time. It was his gift to the Planehoppers, a bastion of freedom against the unrelenting forces of evil. The wizards all their lives had been chased. Creatures from beyond, known as outsiders, threatened to erase their existence. These beings had unlimited strength and potential. However, they had one weakness: they couldn't planar shift. The Black Magus gathered all of the wizards he could and piloted his magical castle Lorenza out of the void. He was barely able to get away from the outsiders' grasps before they could catch him. They traveled for many years. Eventually, when all looked bleak, they touched down in what is now known as Astrea, with Lorenza at its center. Lorenza was a sight to behold. A magic allowed the castle to shift its form at will. The Black Magus stayed in Astrea for a while, helping the wizards build the city. He then departed into the sky, flying atop his castle to lands unknown. He returned from time to time to give guidance to the wizards and grew a close connection with the Magisters in Astrea.
Well, what's wrong, Solomon?
Is Abraxys evil?
No. Why would Abraxys be evil?
I'm just gonna assume that this is the rest of the staircase and just start walking down.
You assume correctly.
I walked out. I walked out and I say, "This book."
Oh, they all like. Frank turns. Oh,
We're all waiting here. Like,
Yeah,
what did you find there?
I hand them the books and I'm like, "Were there any other interesting books?"
you found those two books, and then there's another one that was like sort of on its side, but you couldn't read any of it.
I'm gonna just go over and you know what? I have an idea. I walk up. How many books are on the shelf?
Like 6 or 7.
I take them all.
Okay.
What
Nice.
about
And
the
then I'm just
bookcase?
gonna walk over here and do the same.
You got 15 unknown wizard books, as well as
I'm
the
just
2 that
kidding.
I just read to you.
I'm just carrying them all down, and I'm like, better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Just-
Would you Want some help carrying those? I open up a hole in my pocket dimension.
Oh, this would be lovely. I dump
Oh,
them
I'm-
in.